because he can't turn in. Stop that. Hi guys, and welcome back to Clearview Driving. My name is Amin, and today I'm doing a mock test with Abdul. Welcome to the channel, Abdul.
Thank you.
So you are an experienced driver.
Yep.
You've been driving on your international license and now it's expired.
Yeah, it's expired.
You've had no driving lessons?
No,
But
it's my
you
first
have
time.
seen videos?
Yeah, I have seen all of your videos.
Okay, so you know what to do today?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, alright, good. Driving test is currently booked
Yeah.
in a few months.
Yeah, it's happening in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't tell them, don't worry. We don't need to tell them details. Do you want me to tell you a little bit about how today's driving test will go?
Yeah, it would be better.
Okay, so throughout the drive, I want you to follow the road ahead.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I need you to turn, I'm going to tell you in plenty of time. If I'm not saying anything, it just means go straight.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to get you to do a little bit of independent driving, which is where I'm going to get you some signs to follow today.
Okay.
And we're going to do one maneuver. We may also carry out the emergency stop.
Okay.
Similar to everything you have seen online.
Okay.
Okay. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you a question about your vehicle now,
Yep.
and then one whilst you're driving as well.
Yep.
So for the question at the beginning, could you tell me, how would you know if there was an issue with your power assisted steering? How would you know if it was working or not?
Yeah, actually in the cars we have two kinds of power steering, which is hydraulic and normal steerings.
Okay.
So if it's hydraulic, we need to turn on the ignition and we need to turn the steering wheel.
Yeah.
If it's tight, it means it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like turning like simply,
Mm-hmm.
it means it's working perfectly.
So would you need to have the engine on or just the ignition to test the
If
wheel?
it's hydraulic car, it's need to be turned on.
I know you do your engineering, but I want a
Yeah.
basic answer now.
Yeah.
So do you need the engine on or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Engine, it's need to be
perfect.
engine on, yeah.
Thank you. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so for anyone that is new to watching these videos, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, let us know what you thought of today's video. If you have enjoyed watching this, don't forget to subscribe, select the bell icon so that you get a notification every time that I'm uploading. And Abdul, you ready to get going?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, good luck. So when you're ready,
Yeah.
we're going to go to the end of this road and turn right.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, please, start the car. So up to the end and turn right, please. The large vehicle on the right hand side is waiting as the traffic is starting to queue in the junction behind us. So at this point, Abdul needs to move forward in order to ease congestion. You need to come out because he can't turn in. Abdul, go out. Driving along this road, Abdul accidentally goes into 5th gear, which causes the car to rumble a little bit as we're too slow for this gear. But my main concern was the speed at which we're driving down this road and also the hazard in the distance. At the end of the road, turn right, please. As we get to the end of this road, there is a zebra crossing before we reach the end, and there's also another zebra crossing as soon as we turn right into the new road. Now this next zebra crossing is extremely busy and there are lots of pedestrians about. When you're waiting at this position, make sure to always look left and right before continuing, and be sure to look behind the windscreen pillars. Now at this crossing, I did have to use the brake as Abdul did not see a pedestrian from the left-hand side. Wait for the other man. And turn left. And if you could pull in and park up on the left just before the white car, anywhere along here, don't worry about the driveways, okay? Just anywhere here is fine. Not too close. That's fine there, thank you. Drive up when you're ready. When there are parked vehicles on both sides of the road and the road is not wide enough for two cars, you want to keep your vehicle in the centre of the road. Abdul was too close to this grey car on the left, but even after this he kept swaying left and right and positioning too close to the left even though there's not enough space for us on the left hand side. There is a car there. Sorry, I thought they were a bit faster than they are. Yeah. We're going to continue ahead, yeah?
Yeah, straight, yeah?
Yes. Ahead of us there is a sign saying no left turn at the end, and there's also a compulsory right turn sign as well as road marking. Abdul misses all of these signs completely and tries to make a left turn, and I had to tell him to stop. Stop that. Abdul, look at that sign. You have to turn right from here. You're too close to the left. Position more right. Position more right, please. And we're turning left from here, yeah? Ahead of us, we've now got a humpback bridge, which is traffic light controlled. You can only get one car at a time on this bridge, and it's also restricted with the size of the vehicles that can use it. If you encounter a bridge like this, make sure to keep the wheels straight as you go over the bridge, and once you're on the other side, then move back towards the left when you can see the road. And take the next road on your right, please. And if you could park up on the left just behind the red car, but leave enough space to move away, don't worry about the driveways. Get fairly close, but leave about a car's length, so keep going. Not too close to the pavement, just keep going forward. And stop there. Thank you. Drive up when you're ready. You will be asked to park up like this fairly close to a car. This is to see how you're observing the road ahead and how you're moving off from this angled start. Okay, at the end here, we're going to make a right turn and then a left turn, yeah? Just leave it alone. We're going to make a right turn and then a left turn. In the distance, we've got a mini roundabout ahead, and at this mini roundabout there are 2 lanes. Abdul heads towards the left lane, and as he enters the roundabout, he's initially going round from the left but suddenly pulls towards the right in the roundabout. The vehicle behind us did have to brake as he's switching lanes, and it's very unexpected. Switching lanes wouldn't be an issue as long as you're checking your mirrors and actually acting on what you see. Had Abdul started in the right hand lane and been on the right the whole time, then the vehicle behind knows what he's doing, but it's the fact that he started on the left and suddenly pulled towards the right. Okay, now at the traffic lights we're going to turn right. This right turn at the traffic lights is a near side turn where the traffic in front will be turning across our path and they're actually obstructing our view of the road ahead. As Abdul got to the top, we couldn't see the road ahead, so he starts the turn, but he's not paying much attention to the road ahead. It happened to be clear, but you don't want to be taking a chance like this. Just going round here, and if you can turn right into this section.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Okay, Abdul, what I'd like you to do now is to reverse into a space of your choice. Make sure you finish within the white lines of the parking bay. You can park on either side. Reverse into a bay, okay?
Yeah.
With the bay park reverse exercise, Abdul's going in for the 45 angle turn, so he starts to position towards the right. Before you do this, make sure you've checked your mirrors towards the right and make sure that there's nobody around you before you swing across like this. You may even want to consider a signal. As we're reversing back, Abdul's looking all around, checking his mirrors and his blind spot as well as the reversing camera. But he realises he does need to readjust, which gives him a minor fault. Now, as he continues to reverse the second time round, he does not check his blind spots. He's purely just using his mirrors at this point, and he does get marked down for his observation. So remember, every time you change directions, be sure to check all around, including your blind spots. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to drive off from here, but we're going to start the independent part of your driving test now.
Okay.
When we get to the traffic lights, once we've exited the car park,
Yeah.
at the traffic lights turn right,
Okay.
and then at the roundabout turn right, third exit.
Okay.
So you know what you're doing?
Yeah. Right and roundabout, third exit right.
Yes. Thank you. All right, whenever you're ready, we'll exit the car park.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a left to exit. And then right to exit from here. There are two lanes that turn right at this traffic light, and as we're going to be making a right turn and then another right turn, we need to stay in the right lane to be able to make a tighter turn. If we were going to be turning left, we would go for a much wider turn in order to be in the left-hand lane in preparation for the second turn. Always bear that in mind when you've got two junctions really close together.
The third exit is
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be following signs towards Southall now.
Southall.
Yeah. So Southall again, yeah? So Southall is right third exit on this roundabout, and the right-hand lane is dividing into two, and both of them turn right. Abdul goes into the overtaking lane of the two. Now starting in this lane is not an issue as long as you continue in this lane and you're checking your mirrors throughout. That blue light shouldn't be on. Could you turn that off? It's on here. Pull the indicator.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a third exit.
Third exit, yeah. As we started the roundabout in the overtaking lane, Abdul needs to start closest to the roundabout, so he needed to drive in towards the roundabout to keep to the right. He straight lines the roundabout and switches down by a lane, and he does not check his mirrors. He gets marked down for this. The point that we're currently waiting at, the second exit is directly ahead of us, and the two lanes on our left are leaving at this point. Abdul does start to check his mirrors towards the left, but he does not move down towards the left, which makes it very difficult for the vehicles on our right to do the same. So you can see this blue car was restricted from moving down, which makes it harder for them to exit the roundabout. That'll be the end of your independent driving. I'll give you directions as normal from now on, okay?
Yep.
And if you can take the next road on your right, please. Okay, Abdul, when it's safe to do so, I'd like you to demonstrate how you would open your window. Thank you, you can close it. At the traffic lights, turn right, please. When turning right on a traffic light junction like this, make sure you're not waiting on the crossing. Abdul gets fairly lucky as the vehicle in front continues through, and so we were able to come off the crossing straight away, but you don't want to end up stopping on the crossing and then the traffic lights change. On the average junction, there's only ever 2 cars in the middle and the third one waits behind the stop line. Okay, Abdul, that's the end of your driving test.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you would not have passed on this occasion.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah. On the first time, I should have taken the right side, and I went to the left side.
Yeah.
And that's what I know.
Okay, so there's a few things.
Yeah, and one more thing, and on the Pelican crossing, there was a person on there.
On the zebra crossing, yeah, you didn't see the man.
Yeah.
So I had to brake at that point. So there's a few things that I'm going to go through, and then some advisory bits I want you to be careful with as well. Yeah. Generally, when it comes to like the first half of the test, I feel like there was a lot of faults happening. Yeah. In the second half, there was less. The roundabouts and the dual carriageway, that sort of side was nicer. Yep. There was a lot more happening there, but you were dealing with it all really well. You remember when we came out at the beginning, when we made this right turn? Yeah. And then that lorry wanted to turn in? Yeah. He can't turn with you waiting here. Oh, you noticed this first, you tried to move, and then you just carried on waiting. It was more like awareness and planning. You should have realised there's traffic queuing. Oh, yeah. You're just sitting here, and now this road's not very big, so you needed to come out of that junction. Okay. Yeah? Then it was obviously the zebra crossing where you didn't see the man. Yeah. Before you move off from that position, you see these pillars here? Always look behind them because they can easily hide people, can't they? Because that's where he was for you. Yep. Yeah? So look both ways before you move off on a zebra crossing. Yep. Then, as we're going a bit further down, you kept driving very close to the parked cars because I felt like you were trying to drive on your side of the road. Oh, I see. Yeah? Yeah. And there was this one point later where I had to just tell you, you're too close, move right. It's because it was a one-way road and we had parked cars on both sides. You were driving in the middle, but you're driving very close to the left. Oh, okay. I don't really know why at that point. Yeah? Nobody was coming towards us. It's a one-way road. It's as if you were positioning yourself in the middle of the road rather than the car. Okay. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, I got it, yeah. Yeah? We were just too close to the left. We're sort of shaving past them. You know the bit where you tried to go the wrong way and I said, look at that sign? Yeah. Basically, when we came up to that, you could see the sign in the distance saying right. Also on the floor, we had road marking saying turn right. Okay. And that's why at that point I didn't say anything, because the road signs and road markings, they're telling you what to do. Okay. But you were about to go left. So I had to tell you to stop, look at the signs. Yeah, so always keep looking for signs and see what you have to go from there. There was one bit where you were just driving a bit too fast and there was a sign saying there's a roundabout coming up. It was after a little bend before we did the maneuver. The roundabout was right there, and when you got there you panicked a little bit. It was clear, and then you carried on and you did a really big turn. I thought you were going to go into the left lane and there was a car behind us, but then you just drove back into the right. Okay, yeah. So you've got to pick a lane. There were 2 lanes there, and then you kind of you were driving in the middle for a little while, and then you moved to the right. And the guy behind, he was just trying to overtake you. Yeah. So again, you didn't notice the sign for the roundabout, which is why you got there too fast. Yeah. Yep. The maneuver was nice. I felt like in the second half of the maneuver, the reverse, you didn't look around enough. At first you did, but later on you were just looking here and there. So a bit more visual with your surroundings a bit more. Okay. The roundabout right turn was very nice. You were really aware of your position in your lane and what's happening around you. Mirrors, signals, all of that stuff was really good. The dual carriageway, you were nicely at 40. and then to come off, you came off towards the left. All of that was nice. The second roundabout where we turned right, you know the big roundabout with the traffic lights?
Yeah.
The second one?
Yeah.
Your positioning was a little bit, could have been better. There were 2 lanes turning right.
Okay.
You went into the right one. But
Okay.
as soon as you entered the roundabout, you switched.
Yeah, I switched, yeah.
Then, as we went round, you were checking this side, but you were not moving down. And then you cut back into the right, and there was a purpley blue car on your right. And he was just looking at us going, why didn't you move over earlier? Because he had to stay back. If you don't move down, he can't move down.
Yeah, I got it, yeah.
Yeah? But yeah, that's the end of your mock test today. Are you happy
Yeah, I'm happy.
with your
yeah.
feedback? Is there any
Yeah.
questions?
When maybe the video will be published, because I know how many minors and how many majors I got.
Well, right now, as it stands, there is a backlog. So probably you guys are seeing this about a month late. So maybe about 4 weeks or a little bit more, 5 maybe. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, select the bell icon. And this is the bit where it always get a little bit awkward.